are here live for Friday Night SmackDown here in Dayton, Ohio, and here comes MJF, the Intercontinental Champion who will defend his title 1 week from tomorrow at the Royal Rumble against the man he beat it for, LA Knight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
And MJF is one of the fastest risers in wrestling history, considering in his first official PWG match, he won a championship. It all came from an open challenge issued by LA Knight on the Friday before day one, and that challenge was answered by MJF. Of course, it took a lot of cheating to get him that championship, but regardless of the facts, he is champion nonetheless, and there's nothing anybody can do about it except LA Knight at the Royal Rumble. Because of the unfair rules in this company, I have to defend my Intercontinental Championship, which I earned, against LA Knight, that 40-year-old wasteful bum who's balding, probably doesn't have a wife. He's probably going through some midlife crisis, I don't know. But anyways, I have to defend against him at the Royal Rumble. And you know what? That's completely fine with me at this point because it's going to be my first pay-per-view defense. It's one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year, and I get to embarrass this loser for a second time in 2 weeks. So, yeah, overall, I'd say I'm fine with it. Here's the problem, though. When I defeat this loser who clearly is so good, according to this company, that I have to face him twice, who's going to be next? Is there really anybody on this garbage roster who thinks they can go toe-to-toe with me? I don't think so. Here comes LA Knight. These two were scheduled to go face-to-face tonight.
And guess what's happening now?
Yep, and they will meet for the IC Championship in 1 week from tomorrow at the Royal Rumble event in Jacksonville, Florida, where hopefully the home of the Jags at Everbank Stadium. And I mean, you're going to need a stadium to host a rivalry like this. Because ever since MJF came to the PWG, it has been a blood feud between LA Knight and MJF.
Wearing his favorite Friota shirt. He says all of his shirts just say Friotas. Every shirt he owns.
It's very comfortable to wear. That's why he wears them.
Yes, it says every shirt he owns is Friotas.
Alright. So this match is official. So you know what? I'm happy that I'm going to get to face you again. Because much like I said last week.
Shut up, kid.
You don't tell me to shut up, buddy. I pinned you at day one.
No, you down. Okay, hey, you.
Oh, you're gonna make excuses now like a little bitch? You're in your 40s.
You low blowed me. You punched me in the balls.
I did? Why wasn't it called then?
Because you paid off the refs.
Why don't you go and prove that then?
Yo, Bo. Did he pay off that your friend? Did he pay? Answer my freaking question. Answer my question.
Stop harassing the referee, and why don't you talk to... Oh my god! LA Knight just hit MJF with a mic. I think he cut him open, and LA Knight is beating up MJF. LA Knight has finally had enough of MJF, and he's beating his ass here on SmackDown. These two are going to face off at the Rumble, and right now... I don't elbow right to the face. And LA Knight now... chair to the head! This is what MJF has to deal with on January 17th. This is not a happy LA Knight.
Now, ref, did you cheat? Sorry, did your friend get paid off? He said yes, everybody. I repeat, the ref has said yes.
LA Knight, sorry, MJF trying to fight back, but LA Knight is too fired up right now. Beating the hell out of the Intercontinental Champion. 1 week ahead of their match at the Royal Rumble. 8 days remaining before MJF has to face an angry LA Knight who's bashing his head against the chair. LA Knight giving MJF all sorts of things to fear for these next 8 days. Now we're going to get a brawl. MJF wants a brawl. Here we go. MJF in his suit. Brawling with LA Knight. It usually is just down to the mouths with these two, but right now it's fists. LA Knight, what a shot! Hitting him as hard as he can with these clotheslines. And now what's he thinking? Get the crowd going. Alberta MJF! And now I think we all know what he's thinking here. BFT! Young, along with this crowd here in Dayton, Ohio. And I'm going to throw MJF onto the chair. And out of the ring. Oh my goodness, LA Knight is whooping MJF right now. Setting up the announce table. And they're going to put him through all this, and MJF's in a suit too. It makes it harder for him to counter and fight back. He's in fireman's carry position. What noise through the announce table? LA Knight stands tall for MJF 8 days before their championship meetup at the Royal Rumble. Who will come out on top? So here comes Trish Stratus here for the second round of the Women's IC Championship Tournament. She takes on Sonya Deville. And the winner of this will go compete for the championship at the Royal Rumble next Saturday. So a very big match here for both women to see who will compete for the IC Championship in 1 week from tomorrow night at the Royal Rumble. So here comes Sonya Deville, possibly the biggest match of her career up to this point. Not only would she be beating Trish Stratus if she won this match, but she would go compete in the first ever Women's IC Championship matchup by winning this match here. Here we go, Trish, Sonya, big matchup here on Friday Night SmackDown, just 8 days removed from the Royal Rumble. And oh, big clothesline there from Sonya. She wants to come out big here against Trish Stratus, one of the greatest of all time, arguably the greatest of all time, as she goes for the cover one, and Trish with a big kick out early. So Sonya, of course, does have the advantage of being a more skilled overall fighter, plus she's younger than Trish. The problem is Trish's experience, so Sonya's going to have to figure a lot of things out that she maybe has never seen in a wrestling match before. But right now, it's looking good for her. And of course, if she wins this and then Charlotte beats Maurice next week, it's going to be down to Charlotte and Sonya, and Sonya is the protege of Charlotte Flair, so that would be interesting to see there.
Spear. I know.
But right now, Sonya is leaving a very good impression on her tournament chances. And a drop kick there from
I mean, I feel like Charlotte would have hated if Sonya won a beer, just because.
Maybe she sees it as a way for her to trick Sonya.
I mean, the IC title is like supposed to develop people who are a little too advanced for NXT, but people who are ready for the main roster in the mid card, like who couldn't be main eventers very soon.
Well, I don't think that's what Charlotte would do with it. I think she would tell Sonya to sit down for her and kind of let her take it. Because if there's anybody who's if there's nobody really on this SmackDown Women's roster, maybe the women's rosters in general, who's more competitive than Charlotte Flair. And she's not going to want to have a match like that where she could lose, and she wants to make history. I mean, she already has more women's championships than any other woman in history, and being the first Intercontinental Champion would be huge for her. First woman to ever win 2 Royal Rumbles as well. I mean, Charlotte has a lot of firsts for everything. And takes down DeVille there. And Trish goes for the cover to advance to the finals here. And a kick out from Sonya. Oh my
God!
And that one rocked Sonya.
That could almost be a momentum killer.
Trish now going to the corner, coming up with some creative moves here. And DDT there, great work from Trish.
From the middle row.
And I said this earlier, Sonya's going to have to expect some things that she maybe has never seen in a match before. And that could have been one of them. Trish has been in this game for a very long time.
And Sonya started out dominating, but...
Yeah, now it's kind of leaned towards Trish, especially after that hit on that forearm punch. And a triangle here.
Wow, good move from...
Submission in. Trish isn't really close to the ropes. It's going to have to be breakout or tap out here. But I think she's finding a way out. She does, but that did do some damage on her arm. And another big hit.
But Sonya's not going to let that affect her as bad.
Sonya caught Trish into a move cover. And a kick out from Trish. There was 2. Yeah, Charles Robinson says 2. It looked like 1.5, but no, he counted 2. A very early 2 count, but a 2 count nonetheless. Trish is prepared heavy for this match, it seems. Stratus here. You
can't underestimate anybody.
Yeah, maybe Sonya kind of came into this match with that thought in her head that, Trish is on the older side, she's not going to be able to go as long because of her age, but Trish looked good, and now she's cut Sonya open. You can see Sonya bleed from her nose.
Sonya could go that long. I mean, in the long run, at first it was all Sonya, but second phase of the match, it's all Trish. It's all Trish. Third stage, been pretty even.
Sonya slamming the head of Trish Stratus. Sonya kind of exhausted here. Whoa, missed the chick kick. And Sonya turns it around. Cover. Is that enough? And a kick out from Trish. Sonya in disbelief. Almost beat her with her own move. Insecurity. I don't know if she got all of it there though. And Stratus with a running bulldog. Chick kick, excuse me. Cover. 1, 2, and Sonya kicks out now. Have ourselves a competitive match here. Winner goes to the finals, and we'll compete for the Intercontinental title of the Royal Rumble. There's a big elbow by Stratus. A big match here in the history of women's wrestling. And which one will come out of it victorious, we'll see. Charles Robinson counts. Trish waiting for Sonya to make it back to her feet here. Maybe looking for a dive. Oh, she hesitated there. Might not have been good. And Sonya now misses the crossbody. Sonya now starting to get back into this as she looks at Trish and punches her 3 times. And a clothesline from Stratus. It goes high again. Misses that elbow, and Sonya's back into it. What a drop kick. Punching away here. This match is too big to squander away. Trish not going to go out without a fight either, though. Here we go, back and forth. Huge match here. Who's going to go to the finals? Leading into the Royal Rumble next Saturday. Back and forth they go. Trish misses 2 punches there. And now it's Sonya who misses a punch, but Sonya with another kick! Sonya realizes she's got to do something big here, locks in the triangle again! Is Trish gonna tap? Oh, Trish can't find a way out here. Oh, it's getting deeper. That thing is locked in. Trish might have to tap. Charles Robinson checking in. Oh, she keeps locking in tighter and tighter. What's Trish gonna do? Oh, she's been in here for too long. I don't know how she's not passing out right now. Oh yeah, she is kind of starting to pass out a little bit. But no, find some life. Lifts up the veil and drops her. Wow. Oh, she was in there for a long time. And she's still kind of dazed. And that'll allow Sonya to keep the momentum, at least for the time being, as Trish is tired. And this could put it away. Is that enough? Trish at 2 somehow alive. And gonna get her again. No way. And another kick. Are you kidding me? Trish is not going down easy. Missed. Chick kick. Cover to go to the Royal Rumble. And Trish Stratus wins and is in the finals. What a match.
Connor.
What an effort from Sonya. Can't take it away from her. She fought as hard as she could.
I guess one of the greatest of all time.
But yeah, Trish ultimately just outdid her. And Trish Stratus has locked her spot for the finals, and she will either take on Maurice or Charlotte Flair at the Royal Rumble.
Either way, she's taken on an all-time great.
So let's see. We find out who she faces at the Rumble next week when we host Charlotte Flair versus Maurice. What a match. An absolute barn burner between Stratus and Sonya tonight. A match that really could have went either way, but tonight it just leaned in Trish's favor. Wow. A chick kick is what did it for Sonya tonight, as Trish is headed to the finals for the Women's IC Championship next Saturday at the Royal Rumble.
Feels like Trish is going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So here comes Braun Breaker, and he's had his problems with Drew McIntyre. Was not on SmackDown last week. Says he's here to confront Drew this week.
Everyone's favorite badass. A dog.
Well, a lot of people have been declaring themselves for the Royal Rumble lately. Gotta wonder if maybe Braun's here to do the same thing. Oh, interrupted already. Hasn't even had to say a word yet. His rival at the moment, Drew McIntyre. Both these two competed for the PWG Championship on the Christmas edition of SmackDown 2 weeks ago, where Drew McIntyre would take the pin from Gunther. And now neither of them are world champion, and they find themselves still rivals. Of course, still to come tonight, Gunther and John Cena will have their contract signing for their match at the Royal Rumble for the PWG title. Also to come, we'll hear some news from Adam Pearce. And Drew McIntyre is actually scheduled to take on LA Knight tonight. Why did you interrupt me? You know, I was here to declare myself for the Royal Rumble, but it seems like you think you can just come out here whenever you want. So what's your problem, huh? Or do you want me to kick your ass right now?
Well, Braun, I mean, technically I have a match deck, so you're interrupting me, technically.
No, I was given this time. But you know what? Since you want to be such a tough guy, why don't you do exactly what I came out here for and declare yourself for the Royal Rumble if you want to interrupt me so bad?
Sure, fuck it. I'm in the Royal Rumble now. Don't know when, but yeah.
Alright, nice. Enjoy your match, you big bitch. Braun Breaker just forced Drew McIntyre basically into declaring himself for the Royal Rumble. He missed Braun too. So Drew McIntyre. It's SmackDown, and here we go. It's Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight. Next. This is our main event match tonight, of course, still to come. Adam Pearce has a couple announcements to make, and Gunther and John Cena will have a contract signing for their match at the Royal Rumble next Saturday on January 17th. So here we go, McIntyre and LA Knight. McIntyre in his own little feud with... Oh! Ran at him. In his own little feud with Braun Breaker, while LA Knight's been rivaling with the newly... new to the roster, first of all, MJF, and the new Intercontinental Champion, MJF, who beat LA Knight for the championship at day one. Right? Oh yeah, for sure. Drew McIntyre keeping LA Knight contained here. LA Knight getting out of it, now a wrist lock. A waist lock, excuse me. And LA Knight controls this match as he goes for the cover on McIntyre. And McIntyre going to get out of it and turn it into a cover on LA Knight. Breaks out of it. So, the Royal Rumble coming up, Drew McIntyre has officially declared himself for it. We're unsure about LA Knight, considering he does have a championship match that night, but we've seen people do it before, like Roman Reigns and Randy Orton and many other people who have entered the Royal Rumble despite having a match earlier in the night. So, we'll see what LA Knight wants to do there. And even other superstars who have matches that night want to do. Of course, the Royal Rumble is open to anybody who enters. But anybody who wants to enter can enter as long as they... actually, you don't even have to be a wrestler. I realize that. You could be literally anything. You can enter the Royal Rumble. These two going back and forth. LA Knight takes a shot. Drew shot back. These two brawling as I said, they are in their own little personal rivalries right now. And McIntyre controls the offense right now. Now LA Knight looking to get something going here for him. Back and forth. And here we go, McIntyre, LA Knight brawling it out here on SmackDown. Main event here on Friday night.
And McIntyre
going for the Glasgow. No, going for the Glasgow Kiss DDT.
One count.
I actually think I got the name wrong twice. I'm on the spot, whatever. Anyways, Drew McIntyre picks up Future Shock DDT. That's what it is. I didn't look it up, but I just remembered it now. Anyways, yeah, LA Knight kicked out there, and
you almost looked it up there.
I almost looked it up, and then I remembered right before I looked it up.
Yes.
And McIntyre going to the leg.
Michael Cole.
And limpy now. Well, I corrected myself. Michael Cole to do that. And what a punch from LA Knight. And takes a shot to the stomach there. McIntyre's had a roller coaster of a year. He's been in several world title matches, but has not been able to get the job done against Gunther. And recently lost a world title match. That was last week on the Christmas episode. It's him and Braun Breaker who are in the match, and Drew would take the pin from Gunther. And McIntyre continues to dominate this match against LA Knight. LA Knight's got to get himself some momentum, but Drew's going to the top rope here, and he's thinking superplex potentially, and there it is! Oh, LA Knight somehow gets up first. He powered himself up, and now it's Drew McIntyre. He's going to need some momentum as he rolls out of the ring. LA Knight might be getting a little bit too cocky here. And Drew McIntyre's back into this. So LA Knight didn't take the opportunity while he had it, but he could still potentially keep himself in this match as Drew slams him hard down. And now with all his force, Drew McIntyre sends LA Knight into the corner. And Drew sends him over the top rope. Well, he declared himself for the Royal Rumble. I guess it's worth practicing. And now it's Drew McIntyre. He's waiting for Knight to get up as he falls flat on his back. Knight has himself back into this match. Knee to the face and a clothesline. Back and forth they go here on the outside. LA Knight gets back in. Drew wants to get back in himself, and he does. And LA Knight caught Drew. BFT! Cover! And a kick out, too! Almost had Drew put away, and now LA Knight still looking to finish the job here. Elbow to McIntyre. Is he looking for another BFT? He is, and there it is. Wait a minute, what? That's MJF. Wait a second. And the ref is fighting with Drew. And LA Knight is completely thrown off here. Claymore! So McIntyre hits a Claymore on LA Knight. But he doesn't put him away. He throws him out of the ring. He probably would have won right there. I mean, LA Knight was so distracted that he just got Claymored. And Drew, I think he wants to send a message to Braun Breaker. And it's LA Knight with the kendo stick, and this match is over. I don't know why Drew would do that. It seems like he's taking out his anger on LA Knight, but that's going to give LA Knight the win by disqualification. Damn it.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, you get back here. You think it's funny to ruin the main event, huh? Guess what? You're in a tag team match next week. You're teaming with Drew McIntyre, and you're taking on LA Knight and Braun Breaker. And it's official. You want to ruin my main events like that? Yeah, get out of here. This is SmackDown.
You left your sandwich.
You finish it. So here we go. Contract signing coming up next. Adam Pearce here to just keep the peace between Cena and Gunther. And Cena and Gunther seem to have a good respect for each other, but Adam Pearce just bringing the contract out and everything. Of course, we just saw him have a little conversation with MJF, and it's confirmed next week that MJF will team with Drew McIntyre to take on LA Knight and Braun Breaker in a tag match. So that's a big main event leading up to the Royal Rumble next week. But here we go, the final segment of the night, the contract signing between John Cena and Gunther for their world title match at the Royal Rumble.
And the participants, first representing Imperium from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, the undisputed WWE.
So of course, Gunther has beaten some pretty impressive names while he's had the title for this past year, but no name greater than the greatest of all time, John Cena, who he will defend against in 8 days at the Royal Rumble. Tonight, he has the contract signing with Cena to make it official for their match next Saturday in Jacksonville, Florida at the Royal Rumble.
The Jaguars are also hosting a playoff game in the deal. That is confirmed.
Time we get to the Rumble will be the divisional round, but we don't know if the Jags will win their first game.
This is being very, finally very ahead of schedule.
From West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the greatest of all time, John Cena!
They definitely hosted a playoff game this year.
So here comes John Cena in what could be his final match ever competing for a world title. It just happens to be one of the best in the business that he has to take on. We know Cena wants to make a WrestleMania run this year, and what better way to do it than walking into WrestleMania with the undisputed title. The problem is like I said, he's facing the best in the business right now. And coming off of a big loss against Randy Orton at day one, will Cena be able to manage it? We've seen him manage stuff like that before, but he is getting older. And Mother Nature's undefeated, or Father Time. All right, gentlemen, the contract is on the table. When you're ready, you can both sign, and this championship match is official for January 17th, 2026 in Jacksonville, Florida at the Royal Rumble. So Gunther and Cena are both currently signing. All right, Gunther, let's come to this. I know we've been helping each other out for the past couple of months, maybe weeks, and you even helped me out, or tried to help me out in that day one match versus Randy Orton. Fortunately, it didn't go my way. But ever since then, it has to be business, and we've already spoken about this, but I'm not going to take it easy on you on Saturday, and I don't want you to take it easy on me. I want us to have a great match, and may the best man win here.
All right.
All right, so, gentlemen, you have both signed. Any last words to say to each other before we close out? Gunther, before you go, I just want you to know that this match, to me, in my opinion, is the most important of my whole career. And I hope you treat it the same way.
I treat this as I'm going to try and beat one of the greatest wrestler, the greatest entertainer of all time. That's how I treat this. And and Adam, I'm sorry, but it's tradition.
Uh-oh. Adam Pearce backing away. Uh-oh. And through the table, and that'll close out SmackDown. Cena, Gunther, for the undisputed World Championship. 8 days at the Royal Rumble.